Hey, 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 Nikki Brown here. No matter where you are and what part of the world you're in, I hope that you're having a good day. So, I just wanted to have a little on the couch chat real quick. Um, People come into our lives for a season, a reason, or a lifetime. We've all, or most of us, have probably heard that poem before, right? By an unknown author. And basically, sometimes we try to turn seasonal people into lifetime people. And the reality is that person was only meant to come into our lifetime or come into our life for a season to teach us a lesson. And what we should be asking ourselves is, what did I learn from this situation or from this person? Because if we hold on to it, it causes trauma. And that trauma causes us to say, why did this person do this to me? Right? Or I'm never going to do that again in a relationship, or I'm never going to be in a relationship again. Causing people to want to protect their hearts when really we should be open to love no matter what happened in the past, right? But once again we hold on to it, it causes trauma, and that trauma can turn into illness and disease in the body, right? Because we're not meant to hold on to trauma, and so it sticks to certain parts of your body, and again it causes other conditions later on down the line or later on in our life that we think are associated with maybe a profession or occupation, when really it's all here. It starts here. It starts in the mind, because we're holding on to it, we're trying to protect ourselves, and that causes stress in the body, right? It causes drama and trauma. Then some of us try to turn lifetime people into seasonal people. We see someone we're attracted to and we think that we're just supposed to lay down together, instead of taking our time to get to know this person to see how this person should show up in our lives. For all we know, this person could have meant to been sent into our lives to make us a millionaire or just make us a better person. But because we decided to sleep with the person, that contract is now null and void, because it becomes something that it wasn't meant to be. Right? So some people just operate solely on attraction. Oh, I see somebody I'm attracted to, so I just want to have sex with that person. Again, without really assessing how this person should actually show up in your life. Because we're not meant to have sex with everyone that we're attracted to. That doesn't even make logical sense, right? We've been hypersexualized, right? And so everything that we see on TV and on billboards, no matter where you go, it's all about sex, when really it shouldn't be about sex, right? There are more important things in life than just sex. Yes, sex is important, and in my opinion, if you're in a relationship, you should have sex at least 3 to 4 times a week, just so that it's not on your mind as much. But to just solely focus on that and go from one man or one woman to another, that's really not how we were created. And I understand that, people are in plural relationships, and I'm not judging anybody, to each his or her own. People can do whatever they think is best for them in their situation. But again, even in plural marriages, it's not supposed to be about sex. It was never about sex. Women created plural marriages as a source of need when there was a low birth rate, or during times of war, or some other need was to be satisfied, not just because somebody's loins were throbbing and they wanted that itch scratched, right? That's not what it's supposed to be about. And then, a lot of times the impotence or erectile dysfunction comes from a man who had a promiscuous lifestyle. Again, this is not me judging. You can do the research in medical journals on your own, right? But it's not meant for a man to enter and exit various women for decades, right? Does it happen to every man? No, but it does happen to a lot of men, right? And this is why they need to feel like they need to take Cialis or Viagra or some other stimulant to rise to the occasion, but it's because the tool has been overused in different shapes and size, um, hot pockets, right? And again, that's not what it's meant for. Um, that's not how it was meant to be. But what happens is, again, we try to turn these seasonal people into lifetime people. And a lot of times, certain people, whether male or female, they don't know how to get over the hurt. Again, it was a lesson. And you should ask yourself, what did you learn from that lesson? Instead of holding on to the trauma and bringing it into a new relationship saying, I'm not going to do this for women. I'm not going to do that for men. I'm not going to fall in love anymore. I'm just going to have sex. I don't want a relationship. Um, I don't want this and I don't want that, because we're blocking what we're supposed to actually have. And it's going to keep you stuck. And there's a epidemic that has been going on for years, single men dying alone. And it's not meant to be that way. I was watching a YouTube video the other day, and this guy's wife was a nurse. And she said the man had no one. So she stayed in the room with him until he took his last breath, just so that he can have somebody there with him. Because even though some people have kids and some people don't, some people's kids turn against them. Some people's kids live in other states. And some people's kids don't want to have anything to do with them. Because if you're blocking love from a significant other, you're also probably blocking love from your relatives and friends as well. And it shows, even if you don't realize that it's written all over your face, in your temperament, in your mood, in your attitude. Right? People can tell when you're completely blocked off, and they don't want to be with you if you're completely blocked off. If someone wants to be with you while you're completely blocked off, 9 times out of 10, they're the exact same way. So, that's all I wanted to say. Love y'all. Later. Mwah.